Hi guys, I'm Gian. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to make these delicious fish cakes and I'm going to show you how to do it step by step. I'm going to do things a little bit differently today, and instead of talking over the entire video, I'll just play some soothing music and let you enjoy the video. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about this video. Thank you for being here and enjoy. Hi guys, welcome. I'm Gian and I'm going to show you how to make this easy creamy coconut salmon that's perfect for spring. Now let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is season the salmon, and I have 4 fillets, and this is with skin on, and I've just squeezed the juice of half of a lime over the salmon. I'm going to season it with crushed garlic, crushed ginger, black pepper and salt. And I'm just going to rub all of this seasoning in all over the salmon, including on the sides. And if you guys are interested in making this recipe, I will have the recipe linked below in the description box, where it's going to take you over to my blog, giancancook.com, where you can find this recipe and many more just like this one. To my pot, I've added some oil, and once the oil is hot, I'm going to saute red and green bell peppers and onions. And then I'm going to let this cook for about 2 to 3 minutes before adding the additional crushed garlic and ginger. And I shared this over on Instagram just about a week ago, and so many of you wanted this recipe, and it is perfect for springtime. It's light, it's delicious, and it is perfect for those of you who are looking for fish recipes. And I'm just allowing the garlic and ginger to saute for about a minute or so, just until it becomes fragrant and you start to smell it. Then it's time to add the coconut milk. And I am using 1 can of coconut milk. If you want to lighten up this recipe a bit, you can also use light coconut milk. And I am just going to stir this around, and I am scraping the bottom of the pot just to get up any little bits that may have stuck to the pot. And to the coconut milk, I've added thyme and also pimento. This is whole pimento berries. And then I'm going to bring this to a simmer and just allow this to cook until the sauce thickens. And you want to be sure that the sauce is thick, because once you add the salmon is going to release its juices, and you don't want to have a watery broth. And I'm adding the salmon skin side down, and then I'm going to spoon some of that sauce all over the salmon, because I want to be sure that the salmon gets all of that flavor from the coconut milk. Next, I'm going to add grape tomatoes, which I've halved. I'm also going to add scallion and 1 riri pepper, where I put a tiny slit in it so that some of that pepper flavor is going to be infused into the broth. And I'm going to let this cook for about 10 to 12 minutes on medium, and I'm adding a little bit more salt towards the end. And this is pretty much done. I'm just spooning that liquid over the fish, and it is delicious. The fish is perfectly cooked. All of the coconut milk and the ginger, garlic, the thyme, you're going to taste it in this dish, and the fish is just absolutely perfect. The texture is nice and silky. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below, be sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gian. Today I'm sharing with you one of my favorite Jamaican dishes, and that's Escovitch fish. My husband is Jamaican, and we eat quite a bit of Jamaican food in our household, so from time to time I will be sharing some of those recipes with you. The first thing I'm going to do is prepare the pickling liquid for the vegetables. We're going to do this by placing white vinegar, sugar and salt into a pot and bringing it to a boil over medium heat. Once the liquid comes to a boil, I'm going to add the vegetables. I'm using a combination of red, yellow and green bell peppers, onion and thinly sliced carrots. I'm also adding Scotch bonnet pepper, but I have removed the seeds and membrane. Next, I'm going to add the Jamaican pimentos to this mixture. Then I'm going to bring it to a boil. I'm only going to cook the vegetables for about 3 minutes because I do not want them to become mushy. Turn off the heat, place the cover on the pot and just let it sit on the side, and then we're going to get started on the fish. I'm using snapper, but porgy is a great option for this dish. Now I'm squeezing 1 whole lime, and I'm just going to let the fish sit in the lime juice for about maybe 10 minutes, and then I'm going to give it a good rinse. Be sure to clean the inside and the outside of the fish. Once we're done with that step, I'm going to drain the water, and then I'm going to pat it dry. Now you want the fish to be as dry as possible, because once it hits the hot oil, any moisture can cause it to splatter and possibly burn you. Slice the fish twice on both sides. The next step is to season the fish, and I'm using salt, black pepper and all-purpose seasoning. Be sure to season both sides of the fish and on the inside. I'm going to give it a good rub to make sure the seasoning gets into all parts of the fish, so whenever you bite into it, it's going to have flavor everywhere. I let the fish marinate for about 10 minutes before frying it in hot oil. Make sure you have enough oil to cover the fish because it's easier to have it cooked this way than trying to flip it halfway. It may fall apart. The very first time I had Escovitch fish was many years ago, and I didn't even know what it was, but I was absolutely in love with it. And what I love about this dish is that it's even better the next day. To get this out of the pan in one piece, I had to be a little creative just to make sure it doesn't fall apart. I let it drain on a plate lined with paper towel just to soak up some of the excess oil. Then I'm just going to repeat the process and cook the last of the fish. Now that the fish is done, we're going to add the vegetables on top. And while they're not pretty, they sure are tasty. I personally like a ton of vegetables on the fish, and that's why I'm adding so much, but you can absolutely cut back on the vegetables if you prefer. Don't forget to spoon that liquid over the fish. The fish is going to soak up this liquid and it's going to give it such a great flavor. Thank you for joining me. The link to this recipe will be below in the description box, and please be sure to subscribe.